รายการต่อไปนี้เป็นรายการทั่วไปสามารถรับชมได้ทุกวัย
สวัสดีค่ะท่านผู้ชมคิดว่าตัวเองเป็นคนที่มีความจำดีขนาดไหนคะมักจะลืมนู่นลืมนี่เป็นประจำหรือเปล่าวันนี้มองเรามองโลกจะพาท่านผู้ชมไปเรียนรู้เคล็ดลับในการทำให้ความจำนั้นดีขึ้นกับคุณเอรันแคทส์คุณเอรันแคทส์เป็นชาวอิสราเอลมีความจำเป็นเลิศเป็นเจ้าของสถิติใน Guinness Book of World Records เขาสามารถที่จะจำตัวเลข500หลักได้ในรวดเดียวและนอกเหนือจากการจำแล้วเป็นไปได้ไหมที่เราจะลืมสิ่งที่เราไม่อยากจะจำคุณเอรันแคทส์มีคำตอบค่ะเอรันแคทส์เกิดที่เมืองไฮฟาประเทศอิสราเอลจากเด็กนักเรียนธรรมดาในวัยเด็กเขาได้ฝึกฝนเทคนิคการจำต่างๆและพัฒนาตัวเองจนกลายเป็นอัจฉริยะด้านการจำปัจจุบันเอรันแคทส์เป็นนักเขียนและนักพูดที่เดินทางไปอบรมด้านเทคนิคความจำและการสร้างความฉลาดให้กับผู้คนทั่วโลก
Eran, is it true that we use only 10% of our brain?
Not necessarily so, because many times I hear there are researches indicating that we use 10%, 15%, 5%. It's hard to study it. It's hard to know exactly. We use less percent of our brain. Actually, a lot of our brain is not in use. And there's a joke that on some people it's more obvious that their brain is not in use. But we have great potential to improve our brain power and our memory, definitely.
Are our memory as well as intelligence shaped mainly by our genes or by training?
Almost only by training, because genes is good for a limited amount of abilities, skills, okay? Because definitely some people are born with higher intelligence, but that doesn't mean that they will remember better. Intelligence is not only memory, it has to do with a lot of things, problem solving and thinking and creativity, not necessarily memory. And memory, it is a proven fact that you can actually, with really specific techniques, easily remember whatever you want. Names, faces, languages, information. It does require work. Maybe easily is not the right word, but faster and efficient.
Anyone can do it.
Anyone can do it. Anyone, even especially those that complain about their memory. They are most surprised to discover their new abilities. I would like to begin with a little memory stunt. Each one is welcome to say out loud a number from 0 to 9. You can repeat the numbers several times.
8 เอาให้จบเป็นทันนี้นะฮะ 7
sorry, 4, 7, and finally
ตัวที่สุดท้ายครับ
3. With your permission, please read me the number.
ครับ
I'm going to now memorize it with your help. Each time say a number, I'll say yes. It's my way of memorizing. Say the next number, and that's how we will make progress.
9
Yes,
2
yes,
8
yes,
5
yes,
8
yes,
4
yes,
7
yes.
3
That's it, right?
That's it.
From the beginning to the end, we have 9, 2, 8, 7, 0, 1, 3, 9, 5, 4, 6, 7, 0, 3, 2, 8, 0, 1, 6, 5, 8, 4, 7, and 3. From the last number to the first. We have 3, 7, 4, 8, 5, 6, 1, 0, 8, 2, 3, 0, 7, 6, 4, 5, 9, 3, 1, 0, 7, 8, 2, and 9.
So you made it into the Guinness Book of World Records of memorizing loads of numbers, 500 digits in one shot.
Yes.
And basically you can just memorize anything. How do you do it?
For numbers, it's in my book, Secrets of a Super Memory. I use an ancient Hebrew technique, Jewish technique actually, called Gematria, where basically I convert numbers into letters, and then I create words. Okay? So every 2 digits is actually a word. For example, 3, well, I learned it in Hebrew. Sorry, I do it in Hebrew, but 3 is M because it has 3 strikes. 2 is N, because it has 2 strikes. 1, for example, is T because it has 1 strike.
Okay.
But by the way, you can invent your own system. But the idea is 32 is 3 and 2 is M and N. It could be man, moon. So 20 numbers, 10 words. And 10 words is easier for some people to remember, making this story between the words. Okay, like the moon was shining and a cat fell off of it, and that's the technique I use. Actually, I want to dispel a popular myth. There's no such thing as a photographic memory. Okay, no one can take a book, look at a page for 10 seconds, or you know what, even read it once and recall or recite word by word what is written in that page. Nobody could do that. Nobody could ever do that in history. It's a myth we were born with. But on the good side, we do have the possibility to remember information, not word by word, but in terms of quantities of ideas. Who needs that? Students for exams, managers or salespeople for presentations. So basically, there's a nice method to remember information. You know, when we study for exams, what we usually do is we read a paragraph. First, of course, you have to understand what you're reading and know your stuff. But you choose the key words. And you mark them with this yellow marker or whatever, right? And then you take all these key words and you either make a story out of them or use an ancient system called the Roman room system, which basically you take information you want to remember and associate it to information you cannot forget. You cannot forget, for example, your body. If I ask you to point at your nose, that's not something you have to think about.
Right.
Nose. Let me remember where my nose is. Oh yes, my nose is here. No, we always remember where our nose is. We also remember what our home looks like. You know where the sofa is, you know what's next to the sofa. So let's take this nice place and we choose 3 locations: the ceiling, the doors here, and myself. Okay, going clockwise. Ceiling, door, myself.
Okay.
Now, the minute you read about cats falling from 8th floor, nothing happens to them. You look at the ceiling and imagine all of a sudden cats falling from the ceiling on the floor here, okay? Can you visualize this strange, ridiculous thought of cats falling on the floor? Okay, you must see it in your eyes, okay? Now we learned about the Titanic, that it cost $8 million to build, 200 the movie. While we're sitting here, the doors here made out of glass, the Titanic comes in, breaks the glass into this interview. And that will remind us of the Titanic, okay? Ice cream was invented in China.
Right.
From here, we went from ceiling, this, me. Look at me. Don't I look like ice cream? Like vanilla? Or maybe a Chinese collar, you know, under the shirt. That will remind you that ice cream was invented in China. This evening, you come back home and you tell your friends, family, oh, I had a very nice interview, and he even taught me, Eran, 3 interesting facts, okay? All you have to do, Vinarat, is remember this location, okay? And you can remember hundreds of pieces of information this way.